Thank you, Tracy, and it is indeed a great pleasure to be at this wonderful dinner tonight. It is a true celebration. I'd like to begin by acknowledging Mr. Colin Beckett, Chancellor, Curtin University, and Mrs. Sarah Beckett, the Honourable Mark McGowan, MLA, Premier of Western Australia, the Honourable Wayne Martin, AC, Chief Justice of Western Australia, Mrs. Margie Martin, State Cabinet Ministers, the Honourable Malcolm McCusker, AC, CVO, QC, former Governor, and Mrs. Tonya McCusker, AM, the Honourable Colin Barnett, MLA, former Premier, and Mrs. Lynn Barnett, Mr. Sean Lestrange, MLA, representing the Leader of the Opposition, Professor Deborah Terry, AO, Vice-Chancellor, Curtin University, and Professor Otmar Lipp, members of State Parliament, Consul Generals, Consuls, Mayors, distinguished guests all. I would also like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we meet, the Noongar people, and pay my respects to their elders past and present. And I'm very pleased to be speaking to you tonight, both as the official visitor of 4 of this state's excellent universities, including Curtin, and on a more personal level, as someone with a passion for continuous learning. Anniversaries give us reason to pause for a moment in busy lives. We're encouraged to look back and consider what we have achieved, how this has shaped us, and what this means for our future. Tonight, Curtin is looking at its achievements over the past 5 decades and inspiring us with its plans for the future. I have my own personal experience of Curtin's history. For example, as a government-nominated member of the University Council in the late 1980s, as a member of the Curtin Business School Advisory Board for more than 5 years, and as adjunct professor within the Curtin Business School, an honorary appointment, for close to 2 years prior to becoming governor. Curtin University has many reasons to be proud of its innovation, its applied approach, and its ranking of 22nd in the world in the QS Top 50 Under 50. My experience over the years has led me to the view that accreditation is important, and I'm pleased that the Curtin Business School has also achieved the prestigious and internationally recognised accreditation from AISCSB International. The Autism Academy for Software Quality Assurance, based at Curtin, is also undertaking important work helping individuals on the autism spectrum find employment in the IT industry. I recently became patron of this social initiative, which is the first of its kind in Australia. To date, people on the autism spectrum have only had about 1/2 of the labour force participation rate of the remainder of the population, 42% compared to 83% for those without disabilities. Yet individuals on the autism spectrum are particularly valued for their strengths, including their ability to be systematic, with a high level of job focus and attention to detail, which is ideal for software checking. This exciting initiative helps them to identify and develop interests in STEM, using coding and robotics as a platform, and helps them to get internships and then jobs. I've met some of those participating. It's truly a life-changing experience for them, and I congratulate Curtin, Mr. Jim Ellis, and all involved on this exciting initiative. On my regional visit to the Goldfields last year, I was fortunate to visit the WA School of Mines and meet with students enjoying the university experience in Kalgoorlie. The School of Mines has been the start of many an illustrious career in mining, and I note that this year Curtin was ranked 2nd in the world for mineral and mining engineering by the QS World University Rankings. Universities are incredibly important. I know that many of you will be university graduates yourselves and will have your own particular memories of university life. For some, attending university is not only the path to a better career, but can be groundbreaking and help to break cycles of poverty. Curtin has undertaken research to make higher education more accessible to the disadvantaged. It is also the first host of the National Centre for Student Equity in Higher Education, which is looking at ways of improving higher education prospects for marginalised and disadvantaged groups. I'm sure that there are many things that universities can do to help close the education gap, but I'm reminded tonight of the role we can all play in addressing these inequities through our active support of universities, and especially through the support of student scholarships, which gives students from all backgrounds and walks of life the chance to realise their full potential. Curtin University's strong international focus has also provided many opportunities for staff and students to learn side by side with those from other countries. That adds a very valuable dimension to the learning experience. Curtin is also very focused on collaboration, as we heard from the Vice-Chancellor, and the collaboration also includes collaborating with our state's other excellent universities. And I'm pleased to see increased collaboration which will make our university sector even stronger. I think it is wonderful that Curtin is inclusive and is an inclusive and welcoming university, strongly focusing on working with industry. Curtin has continued to transform and adapt over time to innovate and respond to the community and the needs of industry. It had a good base to build from as the West Australian Institute of Technology, and it is appropriate to celebrate the excellent university, which is now 50 years old. I applaud the bold thinkers and leaders of Waite and Curtin and the students who have worked together to shape the organisation over the past decades. I would like to end with 3 quotes from a famous doctor, Dr. Seuss, which I think are useful for both students and universities to reflect on. Dr. Seuss said, "Why fit in when you were born to stand out? And you have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself in any direction you choose." And the final quote, "The more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go." We can all look forward with great enthusiasm to our leaders of the future, who I hope will remember these messages when they graduate from Curtin University and act to make our world a better place. Congratulations again to Curtin University on this significant anniversary. Thank you.